Will all four speakers please come forward? Please stand in front of me and face one another. Please stand facing one another. Mr. Scott. Gentlemen and lady, do you promise to be courteous to one another during this debate session? Allow each other each other's time. Be respectful at all times, but at all times hold and stand your ground.
Yes. Yes.
Please shake hands.
Depends on your definition of it, Mr. Chair. I'm very extreme.
Please shake hands and please take your seats. Does not matter which. No. Affirmative on my right. Negative on my left. So judges, affirmative. Judges, affirmative. Negative. Now please have a test of the lights, green. Test of the lights, amber. And red. Please flash. Thank you.
What time does the green stop?
Right, so green will be at 4 minutes 30 seconds. Okay?
And yellow? Or doesn't it matter?
No, sorry, no.
Or we just
No,
do
sorry.
Just the red.
No. I'm trying to do things from memory and I don't do that well. Sorry. Green 4,
Yeah.
amber 4:30, red 5. At 5 minutes, up until 5 minutes 30, you leave the red light on. After 5 minutes 30, you flash. At 5:45, switch off. You've been disqualified. Okay, so green at 4, amber at 4:30, red at 5. Let's get this party started. Okay. First argument to come up with the topic and theme. Pineapple belongs on pizza. With the first affirmative argument, Mr. Bertus Tron.
Mr. Debate Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, and honorable other thing. Pineapple belongs on pizza. Definitely. That is it. Imagine this. You and your family, all your friends, go to treat yourself to some pizza. That could very well be at your favorite pizza restaurant. But that's not the only place, but let's say pizza restaurant. That is exactly what my wife and I and our 2 sons like to do together. My wife and I then choose to share a pizza because none of us still wants to eat a whole pizza by ourselves, and we don't want to unnecessarily take too much home because we just want to enjoy it there. And we usually take the quattro formaggi pizza variety, which is 4 cheeses pizza, and we usually ask for 2 extra toppings over our whole shared pizza. That is between the 2 of us. The boys take their own whole pizzas because they can devour that. The 1 extra topping is pineapple because that's especially what Anshin likes. But I also like it. Anshin is my wife. She's actually here. The 2nd extra topping, it's my choice, is to add salami to that over the whole pizza. Some salami. For us, that is our special pizza bliss because we'll remember it as long as we live. It's a family pizza time, and along with a welcome slow down and relaxation evening in our fast-paced lives. Those pizza with pineapple slices are sheer delight. To understand why pineapple also belongs on pizza, let us briefly step back in history. The modern pizza is considered to have evolved from Naples, from flatbread dishes in the late 18th and early 19th century. Naples is in southern Italy, but the earliest written record of the word pizza dates back even further, 1,000 years further back, or 1,000 years from now, also from southern Italy. But you must grasp that people are food innovators. They have always added various toppings on their foods. They've always added that on their topping innovations. They've added onto their flatbread. That was nothing unusual. So by the time that pizza, as we know it today, has evolved from the topping innovations, it would have been common practice to add various toppings to that. And of course, from Naples, if we refer to Neapolitan pizzas, which comes from Naples, they had tomato and cheeses and other toppings such as meat and other popular vegetables, which happens to have come from their immediate surroundings. The tomatoes, for instance, from the slopes of the mountain Vesuvius, a volcano, and that it was a specific variety and so on, which they loved. And then I must say that pineapple was historically not readily available in southern Italy. They never had ample opportunity, because of that, to discover and innovate with the unique sweetness and taste boost that pineapple adds to pizza. So as far as food innovation is concerned, people near the tropics, and nowadays that it's everywhere available, would have innovated with pineapple on their pizza, because it's a tropical fruit. And we do that today. Some people in Africa would innovate by having mupani worms on their top as part of their toppings. Let me warn you about the stunts that our opponents will try to pull here. They will pull the pineapple does not belong on pizza card. They will attempt to mislead you by offering their interpretation of the facts about Neapolitan pizza, and by implying that those are the only interpretations that matter. All those while they neglect other important factors. Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you to take their pizza argument with a slice of pizza, pineapple pizza, and maybe a bit of salt. But pineapple pizza, that's the right one to do. We must all remember the importance of pizza innovation, personal taste preferences, and locally available produce and toppings, and the pizza varieties that became part of each of our family traditions. Then in pop culture, we also have the coneheads who actually put pencil shavings on their pizza, and Superman, who actually could put uranium instead of cheese on his pizza. Keep that in mind. That's another pizza innovation. So, ladies and gentlemen, be aware of them and keep in mind the history that I've told you. Mr. Stoppers. Debate chair.
Okay, guys, a bit of a warning. In debates, don't waste time addressing anybody. You're going to lose time. Okay? Timing penalties are serious here. Don't have to address me or anything. Get to your argument as quickly as you can. Right? Please, I saw the green light went off for a bit. Please leave the lights on. Okay, right, thank you. Then, now on to our first affirmative. Tandiwe. Sorry, our first negative, please excuse me. Our first negative speaker, Tandiwe Dunster. Why pineapple does not belong on pizza. Thanks, Jim.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Toast, today master. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza at all. Pineapple dates back 2,000 years ago, like my fellow debate opponent said. It originates from the west coast of Italy, where it was first known as, where it roots back to flatbreads with savory toppings, like your cheese, your tomato sauce, and various meats. Pineapple was not part of the invention, and it misinterprets what the Italians had in mind. Therefore, I'm going against the origin. In fact, the ludicrous invention was created in Canada, not in Italy. Today's argument is not about the origin of pizza, but does pineapple belong on pizza? I vehemently say no, it doesn't belong on pizza, for 3 reasons that I have. 1, pizza topping, pineapple on a pizza as a pizza topping, it's overwhelming and it will overpower the ingredients of the other ingredients on pizza. Pineapple has a healthy benefit. It contains vitamin C, potassium, and fiber, which will help the body to lower the blood pressure and improve digestion. When cooked, it becomes wet and it loses its health benefits, and it might leave the pizza to be so soggy that it will feel like eating SpongeBob. Pineapple and tomato are both acidic, so imagine having the 2 acidic ingredients in one. It might cause stomach upsets and stomach ulcers. So pineapple on pizza doesn't go on together. When I looked in one of the websites, madeInNewYorkPizza.com, there was a debate in January 2017 whereby it was taken to Twitter, and the political class were arguing, like President of Ireland, Johannesson, who expressed his disgust with the Hawaiian pizza, of which is not even a Hawaiian pizza. I don't know why it's called Hawaiian pizza, while it was invented in Canada. So he showed his disgust, and he further said that if he had the opportunity to implement legislation, he would ban the pineapple pizza in his country. Ladies and gentlemen, that proves that more nations don't believe in Hawaiian pizza, and the research should be conducted all around the world and looked at the health benefits of cooking pineapple. And based on other surveys on the very same website, it says that the 2 people around the world were asked or investigated what do they think of pineapple on pizza. On the results, pepperoni was 51% liked, then followed by sausage at 15%, mushroom at 13%, and 11% for pineapple. That proves that people really don't, and I agree with them. Further on Doreen's Pizzeria.com, there were various investigations or various surveys that went through all over the world. I'll just mention pineapple pizza in America. 34 of the Americans were asked whether they like their pineapple on pizza. 54% say no to the pizza. Furthermore, the 12% who participated said pineapple was their favorite, 12%. And 24% called it a fruit, their least favorite topping, and as a fruit that is their least favorite topping on pizza. We need to recognize that it is the least favorite around the world, and it doesn't belong on pizza. It belongs in a fruit salad. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Timers, may I please have the times for the first two speakers.
Chair, the time for the first affirmative speaker, Mr. Breptus, was 5 minutes, 28 seconds.
Okay.
And the first negative, Ms. Tandiwe Dunstad, was 4 minutes, 56 seconds.
Thank you. Judges, please take note. Just going to give the judges half a minute to get their scoring. Judges, may I continue?
Yeah.
May I continue? Sorry. 1 minute. Just a second. May I continue? Okay. Our second affirmative speaker, Mr. Steph Viljoen, on why pineapples belong on pizza. Our second affirmative speaker, Steph Viljoen.
Thank you. Oh. It's the same thing. I knew they were going to play it, the race card, or the pineapple card at least. You ingredient racists. Oh, thanks to Kim Jong-il and Kim Song-il here, well, they actually made my argument for me. I might as well just smile and wave, boys. I mean, but that would be disrespectful to all of you who are here tonight. And, well, I would actually prefer to go off. That would just add insult to injury. But rubbing that sweet Hawaiian saltiness in their wounds will be oh so delicious. I don't like pineapple on pizza, but that's me. I like banana on pizza and bacon, but I don't like pineapple on pizza, but I don't care. He likes it and his wife likes it. Why should I care what they like? Why should I dictate what they like? Why should I dictate what every single one of you likes? Or what you should have? I'm like the Kims here. I mean, let's look at how pizza has influenced not just us, but pop culture. It has become a cultural staple where families like that, like my brilliant partner here has said, it's a family time thing. It's special. But more importantly, it has become a part of culture. In the movie The Coneheads, what does Balbar do with his pizza toppings, or at least what his wife does? He comes home from work and she uses pencil shavings as garnish, ladies and gentlemen, and then he washes it down with a bottle of window cleaning fluid. Well, that's what we do with pizza and beer. There's quite a similarity there, isn't it? Oh, and by the way, how dare you desecrate the man who lives in a pineapple under the sea like that? His house is perfect. How dare you desecrate his house? Right, but you know, pizza, it's there to stay. It's innovation. There's a breakfast pizza. Pizza was actually traditionally eaten as breakfast, well, the traditional pizza. There are now vegan pizzas. Toppings are used, or the pizza toppings that people use are from their region, like Mr. Mopani worms. I won't eat it, but it is a trend, ladies and gentlemen. Fact check it. I dare you. It's also a dessert pizza. Have you tried it? It's very fattening, that's why I'm in such a round shape. The other thing is, well, Superman. In Superboy, if I believe it's his in 1964, in issue number 115, where he assists two scientists to, well, look at a nuclear explosion in his stomach. Now, what's stopping him from, well, that also gave him super fire nuclear breath, which I don't want to be near, but if he wants to add yellow cake uranium onto his pizza topping instead of cheese, who the hell is stopping him? These two? No, he can do what he wants. You can do what you want. It's your choice. You have a right to have your choice. You have the right to have pineapple on pizza if you want to. And if you don't want to, that's your right too. Ladies and gentlemen, is there really anything else I need to say? Well, health benefits aside, who cares about soggy pizza? Some people like a thick crust, some people like a thin crust. So who really cares about that? It's personal taste. Not Kim taste, it's personal taste, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
No problem. Calling people Korean dictators, absolutely fine. Moving on swiftly to our second negative speaker, Sibongiseni. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Speaking in the negative, our second speaker, the doctor, Sibongiseni.
Mr. Debate Master, fellow Toastmasters, as been introduced, I am Sibongiseni Mgolozeli. And today, on this topic, does pineapple belong on pizza? My answer is, as you all can guess, is definitely no. And I had to do some research to get more facts on this topic so that I can build a strong argument. And I had to consult some books and articles to see how the rest of the world feel about this topic. One article that stood out for me was published back in 2017 by BBC News. And the title, pay attention to this, goes like this. Among other articles that I've read. It says, Hawaiian pizza inventor Sam Panopoulos dies at age 83. That's a title. And I was curious to find out who is this Sam Panopoulos. He was a Greek immigrant who moved to Canada for greener pastures. He was someone who loved food, he was a chef. Then, after immigrating to Canada, he decided to invent this ludicrous invention. Pineapple on pizza? Really? Now, in that article, there are 3 interesting facts I found that you might be interested to also know. Number 1, the tropical name Hawaiian does not come from the fact that maybe anything that was invented in Hawaii could be named after that country or island. But the name came from a can of pineapples, basically a brand whereby these canned pineapples is a brand that basically has canned pineapples. So that's where the name came from, Hawaiian. Number 2, in this debate that happened in 2017, the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, was actually for this debate, was on the team of Team Pineapple. So as we was for this invention. And if you think about it, it could make sense for any president. If any invention was made in your country, no matter how upset it was, if there are people who like it, it will be for those people who are against it, all in the sign of patriotism. You become biased in that regard. Thirdly, the world famous chef, ladies and gentlemen, his name is Gordon Ramsay, hates pineapple on pizza with passion. 6 years ago, this is also the same year that when this debate occurred, 2017, he was even quoted on YouTube to say, you don't put, and use an F word, you don't put an F word pizza on a pineapple. And that video, that alone was the title of that video. You can search it on YouTube, you will definitely find it. It garnered 7.8 million views. And this was 6 years ago. Now, why should his opinion as the world famous chef matter? For 3 reasons. He was among the top 10 best chefs in the world this year, 2023. And what is the rating? Just like in the movie industry, ladies and gentlemen, there are some awards, even top awards or top honors for people who are recognized as geniuses in their respective fields. In the world of culinary, the highest honor is called, listen to this, the Michelin stars. And the Michelin stars is just like the Ballon d'Or in the world of football. And Gordon Ramsay has 17 of those under his name. That's why he is on the top 10 of the famous, actually the best chef in the world. But remember, he's the most famous chef due to his also reality shows that include MasterChef. Now, with all of those in mind, I would like to make this conclusion. It's true that much of today's debate surrounding the Hawaiian pizza centers on 2 elements. First, some people find the taste of Hawaiian pizza disgusting, even gross, likely because pineapple has a vastly different flavors profile than most traditional pizzas. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, according to Washington Post, there was a title that says, Iceland president is a hero because pineapple on pizza is an abomination. Do you know what an abomination is? It's a detestable and disgusting sin. And last but not least, in the pizza mecca of New York, this is Brooklyn, where there's full immigrants from Italy, they say, no one ate pineapple on pizza. To New Yorkers, the mere suggestion is considered a blasphemy. Thank you.
Timers, may I please have the timing for the second speakers.
Thank you, debate chair. For our second affirmative speaker, Steph, the timing was 4 minutes 30 seconds, therefore no time penalty applies. And for our second negative speaker, Dr. Sbongiseni Mgolozeli, it was 5 minutes and 34 seconds, therefore no penalty.
No, there is a penalty.
Is it?
There is a penalty. 434? Sorry, no,
No,
5.
45. Can you say 45? 45, then there is a penalty.
No, after 5 minutes 45 seconds. After 5 minutes 45 seconds. No. Guys, look at what I've written in the judge's discussion.
531 is minus 10 points. 545 is disqualified.
Okay.
His time was
534.
34. Very close.
May I ask?
You may ask.
I didn't see it, and I hope this is still within the bounds of what I'm allowed to ask. Did the green time go on?
Yeah.
It did.
I didn't see it myself. That's
No,
why.
it
Yeah, I was
did.
very, very.
Can I also add on
Thank
that?
you.
I think the first color that came on was orange, then they switched immediately to green, and then back again within a few seconds to green to show that. Actually, I think they forgot to put green first.
I think so. I didn't see it.
So,
I did.
Okay, can the time will change the time explain that part what happened there? Because there's a confusion.
through you, Chair. So I think the green light did go on, then there was a finger error in terms of putting the amber and the green. So that's what happened. So the green went on, then the amber went on, and then it was back to green, and then quickly back to amber because of that female error.
Okay. But the green came on to indicate the speaker's time.
At
The
4
speaker's
minutes.
at 4 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And but was the red on at
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I'm afraid there's
And
no.
the 5:30 I went.
That's okay. I'm afraid there's no appeal. Guys, debating is very strict. Okay. Judges, please let me know when you are ready. Yes?
Chair, so just to clarify, we're saying there's no penalty, so we have it on
No,
record.
there is a penalty.
There's
There is a penalty.
point penalty, but there's no disqualification.
There's no disqualification.
Thanks for that clarity.
That's why I say, guys, don't, when you stand up and in your rebuttals, don't address me. This is not normal Toastmasters speaking. I'm behind you for a reason. Forget about me. Get up here and bow. Okay? All right. Judges, please indicate with your hand when you're ready. Lynette, ready?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah. The subtraction will happen. They put the minus 10 immediately on. That's why I ask for the time. So it's not done at the end, it's done live. Yeah. Guys, the reason I ask for the times immediately is so that there's no questions later, that we handle it live as it happens. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to move this back a little. No knives, no fists, no drawing of blood. And because if you do, you have to clean it up. Now, on to the question and answer session. Reminder that the points are given to the person who asks the question. The negative. Our second negative speaker cross-examines the first affirmative, meaning our second negative speaker, Sibyl, asks the question of the first affirmative. When you're ready. Okay. Timers, can I please have a maximum of 10 minutes? So at 8 minutes total, please give me a green light. At 9 minutes total, please give me an amber. And at 10 minutes, a red, please. Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Baptist, just the icebreaker question to kick us off. Would you put salt in your coffee instead of sugar?
That wasn't part of the debate. I wouldn't put salt in my coffee, but I'm putting pineapple on my pizza because that's a food preference that I have.
You haven't answered my question. Would you put salt in your coffee?
Okay. Coffee wasn't the topic of the debate. I'm talking about my pineapple, and I've told you essentially we are actually eating pineapple on our pizza. And we consider that as pizza. That kind of considered answer, Mr. Chairman.
Should I go for the next one?
You may have a second bite.
Okay. My next question, which is related now to the topic of the day. If someone, because of their DNA, they say they are allergic to too much acid in their stomach, and that causes them even to vomit, stomach upset, and even vomit. then what do we have to say to those people?
Those people will not take pizza, pineapple, as part of the pizza because they know it doesn't agree with their stomachs. However, for my wife and I, we have no problem with that, and actually we like the pizza, pineapple on the pizza. Mr. Chairman.
Final question.
No. Now, second affirmative across the first negative. So, Steph, you may now ask a question
Right.
of Tandiwe. Maximum, okay guys, use your time wisely, please. Okay?
Choice. That's what this is all about. So my question to you is regarding text. Your partner in crime, North Korea, has mentioned that people have different tastes. I have also mentioned it. Therefore, I feel comfortable bringing up this question. Are you aware of, can you just, how can I say this? Are you aware of a medical condition that affects how people perceives tastes?
No.
If I may educate you, Mr. Chair, or mention this because this does have to do with taste. Dysgeusia. It is a condition, and I'm not a medical professional here, but I do know a few people that have this, and it affects their taste buds. To them, a tomato, which contains some of the molecules of pineapples, tastes like dirt, tastes like soil. So, the question in this case would be, if you are now aware of that, would you still say pizza, pineapple doesn't belong on pizza?
Yes, if it affects people with like disease. So it doesn't belong because it will affect them, it will make them sick, isn't it? Because they find it this.
I'm sorry, I thought I was supposed to ask the question.
So yes, it will affect them. So pineapple on pizza, they wouldn't take pineapple on pizza. According to the condition of just mentioned, their taste buds.
Does everyone have that condition?
Is that a third question?
Let's not go there. My apologies, Mr. Chair.
Okay. I can give you guys, because you're not even close to you have used your time. I'll give each of you a third and final question.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Vice Chair.
Is that again to me?
It'll be to you.
I don't know why your co-partner calls you Mr. Mopaniwams, probably because of what you said in your opening statement, but Mr. Mopaniwams, are you aware that food is a huge part, and language is a huge part of someone's culture? And with that being said, when this invention was created outside of Italy, where pizza is considered a traditional meal that means so much to the culture, to the tradition of the Italian people, wouldn't you find it disrespectful when the natives of where the pizza was invented consider this invention a disrespect to the culture of their people?
I think they are definitely people from that culture which are not happy with the fact that we are putting pizza on it. But keep in mind, we're talking about Neapolitan pizza, which is well defined, and there's actually a standard of that was sent to me by Tony's Pizza Restaurant, because we actually know her personally, which defines what a Neapolitan pizza is. And there's actually a European standard and a UNESCO standard that actually states that. So it's Neapolitan pizza, which I actually did allude to in my speech. That I specifically said Neapolitan pizza. That is it. The pizza that we are taking with pineapple on is not a Neapolitan pizza. It's a pizza of our own making. It's still a pizza because you can't trademark the word pizza. Mr. Chairman.
Steph, you may ask your final question.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Gordon Ramsay. Why does his opinion matter if me or my colleague here has, or you for the fact, has never eaten his food?
Because he's one of the best chefs in the world. So his opinion matters. So it's not about we haven't eaten the food, you're not sure about it yourself. Maybe I have. So, because he's a world-class chef.
You're done. Judges score. Please take note very carefully of what you heard. There's no time penalty for this round.
So we're finished.
Please be very careful of what you heard and allocate a point out of 30. Remember, the point is allocated to the interrogator, not to the respondent. Yes?
Can I ask you a question that you just come over here for me to ask, please? Just checking.
Yes.
Okay. Judges, please let me know when you are ready. Okay. The next.
Question and answer section.
Yeah, the middle section.
Where do they, oh, it goes in the middle section.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You guys know where to allocate your points?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
This one.
Okay. Irene, are you ready?
The 3 minutes one.
And now rebuttals and closing arguments. Reminder to the timers. Red light at 3 minutes, green light at 2 minutes, amber light at 2 minutes 30 seconds. At 3 minutes and 30 seconds, please flash the red. Thank you. Contestants, did you hear that? Did you hear your time limits? Do you know your time limits? Okay. With closing... Sorry. With closing remarks and rebuttal. Our closing negative speaker first, Dr. Simbongiseni Mgolozeni. Doctor.
Fellow Toastmasters, in conclusion to what I've shared earlier together, myself and my colleague, regarding our emphasis that pineapple does not belong on pizza, I would like to mention another title of another article that I've read. It says, "Pineapple pizza is an abomination in the eyes of the Lord." That is a title of an article by Malice Scholz, and this was published in September 2009. Secondly, and finally, ladies and gentlemen,
Information, Mr. Chair. Sounds like new facts to me.
Do you accept the point of information?
it's an addition. That's not true. I've mentioned the word abomination before, so that's not true.
You may continue.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, numbers don't lie. Based on that worldwide survey of 32,000 people, look at it this way. If 51% of votes were for, surprisingly, against pineapple and in favor of pepperoni, and only the least votes for pineapple, it clearly shows the rest of the world favors other ingredients or other toppings on pizza instead of pineapple. Why is pineapple on pizza getting less votes? Because of the all other reasons that we have mentioned earlier, and specifically, it has to do with the disrespect to the culture of the people of Italy. Number two, it has to do with health benefits that are associated by mixing two acids, pineapple and tomato, in a pizza. And thirdly, it has to do, listen to this carefully, it has to do with what pineapple does after being cooked, let alone being soggy, but having to destroy all the other nutrients that are vital for human body and nutrition. Thanks so much.
Reminder, points of information work through me. You don't make the interruption right away. Okay? Right. And closing arguments for the affirmative, Mr. Bertha Strom. Mr. Bertha Strom, closing argument.
Mr. Debate Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in our argument, we have given you an example of at least one family whose taste preference includes pineapple on our pizza. That's our own family, and there are others as well. I disagree that it makes the pizza soggy, because it depends on how much you put on. We also said that pizza innovation or food innovation, pizza innovation, topic innovation is the way to go. You can have your Neapolitan pizza without pineapple because the standard says there's no pineapple on that. And they actually very specifically prescribe the ingredients, even of the dough and how to make it. But we are having some other kind of pizza which is not Neapolitan. And people have also innovated all the time. As we said, Gordon Ramsay can say what he likes, because at some other local restaurant that satisfies its customers and is also a good chef, we can have the pizza we like. We also disagree with the interpretation of the statistics that 10% is an unacceptably low level. Actually, 10% is a darn high level in statistics. So it's your interpretation. And I've actually warned the audience against the twisting of facts or interpretation of the facts in a certain way that we should believe that's the way to interpret it. We interpret it differently. That the 10% and 12% or 11% for pineapple on pizza is actually a darn high one. And we also argued in favour of people can go for their own taste preferences. So a government should not be prescribing, like in Canada, you said in Canada that we should not be allowing pineapple on pizza. So ladies and gentlemen, we still maintain that pineapple does belong on pizza. It may not belong on Neapolitan pizza, but it does belong on pizza, other pizza in general, and people can choose to have a pizza with pineapple on, like my own family, or some members of my own family, including myself, likes to do together and just have a social, nice family time together. Mr. Debate Chairman, back to you.
Thank you. Timers, when you're ready.
Debate chair for the last timings that we have today on petitions and rebuttals. For the negative, we have 2 minutes 31 seconds.
Excellent.
And for the affirmative, we have 2 minutes and 43 seconds.
Both well in time. Well done, guys.
Thank you.